Now, welcome back to News in Focus. We're talking about drugs and, of course, the addiction bit and how you can get treated from this addiction. Remember, the helpline number is right on your screen. You can call the rehabilitation center. Of course, it's called Reflection Rehabilitation and Counseling Center to get help where our specialists actually work. And indeed, of course, we are saying that this is a problem that can affect anyone. And of course, you need not to shy away from getting treatment. We're talking about, parents and, letting it loose for the adolescents, letting it loose for the children. Sometimes you assume that your small baby does not understand a thing, I was actually surprised sometimes back when I was looking at some kid. They're being given juice and milk and they're like, no. Pointing at the bar in the house and like, oh yes, this person already knows that, of course, that is what daddy takes. So this must be a very good thing for me to take. And sometimes the parents go to an extra mile of actually trying to give the kid to sip. And I mean, I'm just wondering, where is the society going at your level? How does it get to affect, like you had mentioned earlier, and sometimes it was affecting, your relationship with other people and everything and the way they take you and all that. In rehabs and all that, how do you handle the family members before you even get to the entire treatment and all that? How does it affect other people around you when you get addicted?
When one person is addicted in the family, we say he's infected, yes, but the rest of the family is affected, yes. Okay, let's give an example of a child, or let's say is an adult in the family who is addicted. I think everyone will be concerned about where is so and so, where is he at this time, because maybe at one time you may be called in the middle of the night, the guy is in cell, or maybe he has not paid his bills, you've got to bail him out. So you can see that circle. Everyone is worried about that single person, that single addict.
But of course, in the event of bailing them out, what do you think? Is it right? Is that we're telling them, okay, continue, go do the same thing tomorrow. Mommy will come bail you out. Your sister will bail you out. I mean, what do you say about that, Manjaro?
That one is.
Remember, this is a loved one.
I know.
This is your child. Like, honestly, you cannot.
I'm saying that is usually what you call being in a rock and a hard place, because there's a dilemma. This person could actually end up hurt. If you leave them,
yes,
they can even possibly die, and you know that you won't be able to live with that. At the same time, if you go and bail them out, you're reinforcing the idea that there's always someone to bail me out.
Do the same tomorrow.
So that I'm sure that is what many people struggle with. But there's a place, of course, where you draw the line, because now this is a place where someone is just outright using you. Of course, if somebody is in real danger, you have you should help. But when it's just this other funny thing, sometimes I think it's good to let them sleep in the cell once in a while.
Really? What do you say about that? You were there. Ironically, by the way, these people will always save each other. I don't know, your friends, like they will buy you the drink, they will not buy you food. They will come bail you out, Did you have such experiences with your friends?
Yeah, they were there. Because, like for example, my cousins, first of all, they started by buying me.
Yes.
But as the disease progressed, I started buying for myself.
Yes.
We could not even consider eating because food was at home. I could go home and eat until it reached somewhere that I could go home very late at night. Could not get anything to eat because my mother could not open for me to get the food. And I could make a lot of noise. I could also not sleep because I could insult them, but they stuck with not opening. I could not eat. Now even when you are drinking this alcohol, that hunger disappears.
Yes.
Yeah. And very early in the morning, instead of eating, you have hangovers. You want to know where to get the next drink. So you forget about food.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Toalog. That term is just something else. Anyway, let's go back to the most important thing of the day. In as much as maybe we're struggling with this, we're suffering with this and all that. That desire for treatment. And I've just said it that yes, treatment is available. I mean, but I think everyone needs to hear it from the horse's mouth, like as psychologists, as people who mentor these people, Do we say indeed that of course there is treatment for addiction?
Yeah, there is treatment for addiction.
All right.
Yeah,
is it that easy? Like, can you get cured successfully? And
yes.
You can, yeah.
But it first begins with the person, because if we are going to force somebody into a rehabilitation
Yes.
center, and he is not willing, he or she is not willing to stop, then I think we'll do zero work. First, we must psychoeducate these people
Yes.
on the hazards of whatever they are taking, their drugs of choice. Yes.
You
And
were there at
then-
some point. Just kidogo, how easy was it for you to decide that, okay, no more alcohol?
It comes down to maybe you look at all the things that have gone wrong in your life, and it needs a lot of introspection and education.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, the person who has a problem, in this case, usually is the last to know. That is the irony. The
that
sick
this is wrong
person
and-
is the last one to know. You see, the way it's usually the opposite. If when you're feeling sick, you feel it. It's you who's sick, so you go for help. In this case, it's the other way around. You're the last person
to
s-
notice that,
to,
oh, something
to
is
see.
wrong.
Yes, and for it to sink in. So it will take everything else around you to go wrong before you finally realize
like,
this
what
is all
is
because of me. And then from there, if you have the proper support group, of course, and the proper family to help you get to where you need to go, you take that step. When you do, from there, it's you and your God and your hard work.
All right. Greg, how was it for you? Would we say that, okay, have you recovered like fully 100%, or what state are you in?
Okay, for, when you talk about recovery, this is a lifelong process. In fact, addiction has got no cure. What is done is that the disease is arrested. Yeah, it stops progressing, but it can recur once. If, for example, for alcohol, if you take that sip again, the disease will recur. But if you abstain, it will be kept on hold.
So there's that one sip. Of course, we're going to come to issues or matters recurring and all that. For you, did you go to the rehab, or you just woke up this one morning and decided that, oh, things are not going right around me, so, I mean, why not? And of course, tell us, if you went for the rehab, you know, the charges and all that, and who, you know, gave you that courage to go to the rehab?
Oh, it was very painful because I reached a point whereby now I could even cut myself, pretend that I'm going to hospital to be given money, and then I could stitch myself.
Oh.
Yeah, it reached a point again that, in fact, I was now living to use and using to live.
All right.
Nothing else, just using, waiting to die. But I could see that I have a problem. I used to tell my family members, I want to change, but they could, by the time I was telling them, so every time I was drunk, so they could not see that seriousness. So at reach a point, I consulted a certain counselor. They she knew about me. I told her I want to change, come and talk to my family members. She talked to them, and they told, my mom told the counselor that we are not interested in him now. We are just waiting for him to die, and we are going to bury him. No, but the counselor told them, no, let Gregory go and die in the rehab. So they decided to give it a trial after the cancer intervention. I agreed that I was taken to the rehab. You see, now I could not recover when outside, because I was already an addict, and everything around was a trigger. All my friends were those people who were using. In fact, in the morning, without even money, I could do anything to make sure that I drink. Because of shivering, shaking, sweating, I could not function. I could even go snatch alcohol from somebody's house to take a sip. Yeah, so I voluntarily I went to the rehab, but I went to Asubi, Karen, and it helped me a lot because the withdrawals, I could not even sleep, hallucinating, screaming at night, dreams, could see images of old grandmothers shaking me up. It was an experience that I would not want anybody to encounter. For the first 3 days, it was hell.
But indeed, it was worth it eventually.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
when you say that, of course, there's someone who's thinking, no, I cannot be able to fight these grandmothers at night. I'd rather just continue with my drink.
Yeah, but after 2 weeks, I was just stabilizing. Yeah, so now I started, the diet was good. I started coming back to my sense. Yes, I could now see, hey, I'm now on the right track. I could
Wow.
also hear stories from my colleagues. And
So
they could
it's
instill
had
hope.
a-
I got others who were 2 months old in sobriety. I was 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I could say, if this person has made it, I
can
will also
hack it
make it.
too.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
indeed,
was-
here you
yeah,
are today. It's
I
such
was
a
there
nice
for the
story.
first 3 months. Then after that, I decided to take a course because I could see the problem that I had, and I could also look at the friends I have left at home. And I told the director, no, I won't come out of this place, but if at all I will come out of it, I will go armed with the kind of education and techniques that these people are have used to help us, so that I can go back home and help my friends who are dying like me.
Wow, great. Speaking of techniques and everything, what is it that goes down in the rehab? You know, once a person decides that, of course, forget about the outpatient and everything. What is it that is done at the rehab to ensure that we get such a product eventually?
In the rehab, first we assess the people who are coming in to determine whether they really require to be in the
In the
rehab.
rehab,
Or,
yeah.
As I told you before, we have assessment tools. So we have the dust, the mast. These are tools that will show somebody that, okay, this person really needs to be
Yes, to be here.
either inpatient, but from the scores we'll know, because it's a scoring kind of tool. From the scores we'll know, okay, this one needs to be inpatient or outpatient.
Outpatient, yeah.
But most of them need inpatient. Yeah. Once we admit them, now we start the program, because we have a 12-step program. It's a program that started in the US. Yeah, 12 steps
Yes.
that people have to go through
Yeah.
in those 3 months that they are there. And then we have psychoeducation, where we have to tell them we have to teach them the hazards of whatever they have been taking,
been
their drugs
taking,
of
yeah.
choice. Yeah. And we have very many therapies. We have the family therapy, we have the group therapies, where the group, everyone in the rehab will come in and we'll discuss and talk about our experiences.
All right.
Yeah.
Of course, speaking about the family therapies, probably Manjaro can mention something to do with that. You know, of course, the families. Before you even told, okay, you're now free, you can go out and everything. Do you bring families on board, like family members of this particular person to, just, you know, like for instance, his parents had reached a point where they think, he should just die, you know, like this is a bother and all that. So bringing them back to the reality that, of course, this is a changed fella could be a bit tough.
It is, because first of all, the family is brought in because they were also affected.
Yes.
In many ways than they even know, probably. They were affected because roles were changed. There was a reshuffling of roles in the family to accommodate this person's needs and problems. So when the family therapy is conducted, it's done in order to educate on the nature of the disease and everything, to understand that indeed it is a disease. Yeah, because they know there are people who think this person is pretending.
Yes.
Because they started voluntarily, it ended up being a problem. They'll still assume this is something ya kujiletea.
Of course, you think this is a
Yeah,
nag. You don't
but
even
by
want
the
to
stage,
sit
by
close
the
to
time
them.
they're in the rehab, but by the time they're in the rehab, of course, it's a
It's
problem.
true, it's something.
So for them to understand that
Overwhelming.
is key, and to know how to help this person once they're out, to be a continuous supporting system,
Yes.
because that's key to maintain the sobriety, to give them a chance. That's what another chance they
In
need.
the society. And
As much as a trust is earned and everything, this is something that they also need to be counseled about.
all right. How was it like with your family members? Like, yes, now you're here, you're back there, and you're telling them I'm a changed person, and even the society, just trying to go there and trying to tell them that, okay, this is what I learned from there, and this is what I want to instill to you people. There's always this doubt and question mark.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very difficult at first, because everybody cannot believe that you are changed. Because even they judge you from the past. Even telling you, we are giving you only 2 weeks.
Yes,
you
you'll be
drink
back to
again.
it.
And you see now, the other problem is that even from the rehab, you still have the cravings for that drink. You see now?
Yeah.
Unasikia, when you see somebody staggering,
Better money.
yeah, yeah. Family members are also, have not also, they have they don't just believe that you are changed. When walikuwa nafunga nyumba, when they start, they will still continue doing so. But with the family therapies, they will start, they will change now, they know that you are a changed person. Like for my family, they give me a lot of support. That's why I'm studying even today. Yeah, they took me back as somebody who is changed. In fact, when I told them that I want to go and do a diploma in addiction studies, they were very welcome. They paid for me. After the diploma, I told them they were the people who are, what else do you want to do? I told them counseling psychology. I want to do now. We are going to pay you and that one for you. Yeah, even clothes. You see now, even the clothes that I had when I was using, the clothes that I found at home, they were telling me, these are not the clothes to wear now. You're a changed person. Let's burn them and get you new clothes. You see now, they appreciate the change now. But leave alone those other people from the society now,
The
which
society.
was...
Of course,
which
your friends will come there with a drink also.
But on the other hand, I could see that the other group is appreciating me more than leave alone, because they talked a lot, they gave me time, but you are going to relapse. But even some could come with the drinks where I am. Niambia, take a sip. But in the rehab, I was thoroughly trained even to handle these situations that are trigger, how to act when they are relating to people who are still in active addiction. Because even outside there, I have to be with those people. We are born in groups.
Indeed, you as a psychologist also. Same family, I mean.
I could not live alone. We are born in groups and we live in groups. So these people, I must need them. But how will I behave when in these people? And also, being a counselor, I used to ask myself, now I'm here. These people are telling me this. What should I do as a counselor? Now I could see the other way around. These people have got a problem. I need to help them. They don't know what they are doing.
And of course, the desire is
a
somewhere
disease.
there.
Yeah. But by the way, at long last, after 2 years, many are now coming to me telling me, no. Just tell me what you went through. Can you help me get into a rehab? I mean, all those kind of things. They have changed. Yeah, many have changed through me.
Of course.
Most of my friends, 7 of them have died.
Oh.
7 of them, my closest friends, I have buried them. And sometimes I just look how close I was to those people. I count.
You
now
think you could have been the 8th one, and you know.
Even last time, my grandmother was telling me, "Do you know, Gregory? If at all you continue drinking, ungekuwa umekufa." Yeah.
Well, we're not saying much more. Of course, you don't need to die. So the helpline number is right on your screen. Why don't you call that number and, of course, have this changing experience? You know, just go to a rehab. Maybe you've not had a chance to know where a rehab is or anything. We're making it easy for you. Remember, you can call us, you can send in SMS and everything, and we'll refer you to the right places. Also, you can call the number that is running on your screen. Of course, we're coming back to that. I mean, Gregory has a story, but we thank God that at least he's here. We come to this fact of, you know, the rehabs and all that. Why is it that you think, I mean, the society, is it that we don't have information about the rehabs or anything? Because we have very many people who were drunk outside, you know, drunkards, you know, drug addicts out there. But we have very few people in the many rehabs that we have in the country, including the government rehabs and all that. Manjaro, what do you think could be the problem?
Well, one problem could be accepting that there is a problem in the family. For even the family members, forget the addict, to accept that there's a problem and come together to take this person to rehab. Another one could be resources.
Yes.
Rehabs are not...
Is it very expensive?
Well, it's affordable.
It's affordable.
In relation to the intensity of the problem.
Yes.
So it's affordable. It can't be... The money the person will use wasting in your stealing maybe and doing what and what is worth it take to the rehab. So those are the basic reasons I think people, there's that fear. I don't know. Yeah. Okay,
I think people need to be flexible enough and, you know, get to research and all this. And I mean, everyone out there, if you have a family member who's experiencing this, I mean, let loose and give them the chance to go to the rehabs and all that.
Exactly.
Okay, maybe time is not so much on our side, but briefly, in the event of a relapse, would we say that the treatment has failed? Because it is possible that you would want to, you'd find yourself back into it.
I don't believe treatment has failed because because somebody has relapsed.
Yeah.
No, recovery. Recovery. Relapse is part of recovery. When somebody
Relapse is part of recovery.
Yes,
yes, we
that
need
is
to
part of
understand that.
recovery.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I'm sure when you go back home, imagine, and then for some reasons you find some people find you back into drugs and all that, they will start condemning you and all that, not knowing that it's part.
It's part of
it.
recovery. Yes, because we have issues whereby sometimes people go out, people are maybe overconfident, and they are somehow indulge in their drug of choice after that. What we need to do is not condemn them.
Yes.
Because our families, if people were to go for the family therapy, they would be educated on how to handle these people when they relapse, when things like this happen. And we have support systems which are really weak. We need to educate our people on the recovery process. When somebody relapses, it doesn't mean that now that is the end of everything. No, because this person can still go back. Yes. So we need the close family and let's say the whole support system should be educated and know how to handle this person. Because if I come in and let's say Gregory relapses and we start condemning him, we are throwing him back to the same gullies he's been going to. But if we can handle him cautiously and try and give him the confidence, okay, fine, you just slept. This is just a sleep. Stand up and continue with the walking. Yeah. But if we blame him,
of course,
then we are likely to get alienated.
We
lose him completely.
All right, of course. Too bad time is not so much on our side. In three seconds, the final words to the people, the final touch words to the people out there. We'll start with you, Gregory. 3 seconds.
Okay, what I can tell people is that addiction is real. But once people have been addicted, let's not hate them, let's not discriminate them, let's take them as people. Treatment is there in the rehabilitation centers. Take them there as they get help. Yeah.
Thank you. Wanjiru.
I will just say that acknowledging a problem is the beginning of the solution. Yeah.
All right. Simple but clear. And finally.
I think I would tell the people that addiction is a disease, just like malaria, and we have ways of dealing with it. Yes, there are ways in the rehabs, in whether private or government, we have the places.
All right.
So people should just walk in.
I think I will say addiction can be cured, can be arrested, using your words, yeah? Well, many thanks so much. Quite an informative topic. We hope to hear from you guys some other time and much more. Of course, we're hoping that we've really solved a lot of problems for people down there. Let it loose and make sure that you make addiction a game of the past. Thank you so much for always keeping it Ebru Africa, and for the team that has made this program a success. Asante sana. And until next time, always keep it Ebru Africa. I'm Linda Alela Mathambo.